All right. Audra, take it away.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Audra, or Audraxys, and this is Super Metroid Ascent. This is a ROM hack that came out a few years ago. I'm going to count it down. 3, 2, 1, go.
ROM hack made by Beanox50, who's actually here from Quebec, if I'm not mistaken.
Is he actually here?
I don't know if he's here at the event, but
Okay.
he did comment the other run of Ascent you did at DreamHack at some point.
Yes, yes. So I ran this 5 years ago, like when it had recently came out, when NoReset did an event at DreamHack 2019, and that was any %. And I never really did a marathon run of 100%, so I decided I wanted to get around to doing one for NoReset, just because Beanox is from Quebec and all, so I thought it'd be nice too. It's pretty difficult 100% run. In any percent, you get to skip a lot of stuff. There's some big sequence breaks, but 100% has some really challenging movement, and there's lots of like little custom items. There's little custom changes to the movement of the game. There's speed keep, so if you hit the ground in a spin jump, you will keep all of your speed. It will not reset like the vanilla game. One of the big things that's really unique about this ROM hack is it's split into 3 zones, and each of them, when you finish them, is like a zone of no return. So you'll set 3 bombs, and there will be 3 escape sequences for each one. And once you do the escape sequence for a zone, like for example, I'm in zone 1 right now. Once I do the escape sequence for it, I will not be able to return to it, so I have to make sure that I get everything. It's technically an exception because there's a part of zone 2 where you go back to destroyed zone 1 to fight Ridley. But that's like the main exception, and you still can't get most of the stuff that you would have left behind.
So you get locked out every time you go to a higher tier.
Yeah, exactly, and that's it can make it difficult for some people to 100% this. I know some people like don't particularly like that kind of playstyle, and I think it did make it a bit challenging when Iron Rusty was trying to make the randomizer for this. But yeah, so a lot of the zones, the progression in them is fairly open-ended. There's just like a few things that you have to get, but you can kind of get them in any order. So we need to get, basically the only thing I think we really need to get is like bombs and charge beam. So we're about to get charge beam from the back here. Okay, this room is really tricky if you don't get the strat right away. Some of the main points of progression in each of the zones, besides picking up major items, are going to be these orange gates that we're going to destroy. They look sort of like the gates with the buttons on them that are like opened by missiles and super missiles and stuff, but they just get destroyed completely, like you'll see. So there we have to go pick up charge beam from that side. Because there's these blocks with a C on them. These are custom blocks that need charge beam to destroy.
So I got a quick question for you, actually, Audra.
Yeah.
So here we have Saber Kill the Animals as going to be basically what drives us past our main objective for the event, which is $12,500 in order to unlock Tears of the Kingdom. So my question for you is this. How spicy is saving the animals in this ROM hack?
Oh, it's not too far out of the way. It's just, it's very, like if you've ever played this, it's pretty hard to find. So a lot of Super Metroid ROM hacks, it's not too hard to like figure out how to save the animals because they're in like their vanilla spot at Bomb Chorizo. But we just killed Bomb Chorizo over here that's in zone 1. So obviously they're not going to be here. They're going to be somewhere else. And yeah, generally in ROM hacks it is pretty interesting to find out how the animals are supposed to be saved, because there's a lot of creative things that the hack author can do with them.
I mean, Subversion, which is the last ROM hack you ran for us, I believe, also had a very interesting saving the animals sequence, which involves the main reactor that would open or close gates or pathways throughout the whole game. And I remember the first time I did that ROM hack, I got to save the animals, and I just couldn't. I was locked out of it.
That's definitely a very unique one. Yeah, there's some complicated situations hacks will put you in where like you have to fulfill certain conditions before you hit the escape, or you won't be able to do it. Ascent is not really one of them, but you do have to find something pretty hidden. You do have to like know what you're looking for, be smart about it. So should be good if we end up hitting kill. So we're getting high jump and jump ball. They're combined into a single item, just like in Metroid Fusion. This is to actually free up the spring ball slot for a custom item called Boost Ball, which there have been custom boost balls kind of available in the Super Metroid hacking community for like a long time, like 10 plus years at this point. The boost ball, the way it's coded is a little bit buggy, and I need to reset the room. I was too slow here. Yeah, the boost ball, we're going to get it in zone 2.
So in terms of sequence breaking, let's say you're doing any %, if you skip some items that are absolutely vital to the progression, do they spawn in another item spawn spot if you get to the next section early, or is that even possible at all?
No, it's there's nothing like dynamic about the item spawning. Like it doesn't depend on what you picked up. They're just, if you miss them, you miss them. That's about it.
Okay, and that's it. You have to route around it.
Yeah, which for the low %, I actually last year I found a new low % for this game that skips power bombs, and
boy.
But yeah, anyways, like if you're doing a low %, you're skipping majors that you cannot go back for. You have to route around them in some interesting ways. But yeah, most of Zone 1 is honestly just picking up missiles. I did pick up a W tank, which is a custom item. It's called a weapons tank, and it increases your beam and missile damages by 50% for each one that you pick up. So they start to really add up over time. There are 3 weapons tanks in each zone. So by the end of the game, we're going to have 9 total, and that's going to give us a lot of extra firepower. Gotta be careful of these spikes. I think I'm in one-hit kill right now, so. Oof. Okay, again, that orange gate I just blew up, that's an example of one of the like progression gates. So destroying those gates actually just sets event flags that changes room states. I gotta be really careful not to touch the spike, oh my god. See a lot more of it in zone 2 and 3, but...
Let me know when's a good time for donations.
I think, yeah, now's a decent time, I think.
Perfect. So we got a $25 donation by Pat Light, who says, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. And then Molly Man donated $25 saying, kill the frames. And then Al donated $10 saying, this runner seems pretty good. I hope they have a good spin jump control. Good luck, Audra. Don't kill the animals, just leave them behind.
Owl. It's an owl.
Owl, yeah.
Yeah, I knew it. Thanks, Owl.
And we're inching closer to our goal. We're short, just under $2,000 from reaching the bonus run, the final run of the event, final V2, as we call it. And yeah, just, you know, we need your support at home. And then we'll make this thing last just a little bit longer.
You know, speaking of final, there's some stuff in this hack found 2 years ago that lets you skip the final boss rush. So we'll be seeing that in this run.
Oh boy. Like the Torizo boss rush?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
I know there's some lament over like skipping that final boss sequence for some people. Like some people really like it, but I think the way that it's done is really interesting. It has some really interesting side effects.
Yep. By the way, for people who are not familiar with this ROM hack, can you explain the link door mechanic, just so, because I don't want to butcher it?
Oh yeah, I just like I'm like doing these rooms by rote, so I kind of forgot.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, so the link door mechanic, that's like a tutorial room that's supposed to teach you. Okay, this is a. Okay, that puzzle's a bit of a pain sometimes. Okay, second weapons tank. Okay, so the link doors. There was a locked door that said AA, like a gray door. I can't go through it. But that means that if you find any doors that are labeled AA that are like missile doors or super doors or whatever, once you open that one, all the doors that are marked with the same letters will be opened, be unlocked. So you can open doors remotely that way, and it's also a way for there to be like back doors, like you have to open the door from the other side to be able to use a shortcut or something like that.
Well, so, but that's the thing, this ROM hack also has quite a bit of custom stuff, and I believe, is it still the highest rated ROM hack on Metroid Construction? Because I know it was for a while.
I don't know, but yes, it was for a while. I have no idea if it still is. So a lot of the custom music in this was taken from the speedrunner Cop Power. I think Cop Power has been retired from speedrunning Super Metroid for like 10 years now, but was a very good speedrunner when he was active and did a lot of custom music. This room, okay. This room is called, you'll actually see the room names have had some like cute hints and references and stuff. This room is called My Other Jump 7. And what it's referring to actually is to nerf infinite bomb jump. This hack has made it so that your bomb jump works a maximum of 7 times. So it's essentially forcing you to find alternate ways around doing the stuff in this room. That said, we're just going to skip this puzzle by morphing into the spike and using respin. So much for that. Can only bomb jump 7 times, can't infinite bomb jump, but I can still skip some puzzles in ways that weren't intended, so that's nice.
By the way, I just checked, and I can confirm that Super Metroid Ascent to this day is still the highest rated ROM hack on MetroidConstruction.com.
That is crazy to me. Partially because I think it is, I don't know, it's really, I find it really weird to play. I'm surprised that it's not more polarizing.
I mean, it is a good ROM hack with a lot of unique ideas that, you know, I don't think have been replicated since, especially the layered kind of, you know, world building where you can't backtrack once you're past, you know, which is it's actually very anti-Metroidvania when you think about it. The fact that it prevents you from backtracking, but it's also what makes it unique.
Okay, so this room, I just have to kill 3 pirates. Doesn't actually matter which 3. Because I have so many missiles, we're just going to glitch this gate. This is a frame-perfect shot. I have to hit it on the last frame before my movement makes me hit the gate. That's a vanilla glitch that is used in like a lot of randomizers and challenge categories and such. So there will be some other gate glitches later in the run that I have to hit. Okay, so we are pretty much done with Zone 1. This is the boss of Zone 1, this is Source 1. So the room name is called Setting Bomb 1, and that is what's going to happen here. We're going to at the escape sequence. Now, if I do a really good job on this, I one cycled it. Oh my god, that's really hard. That's really, really hard.
I just want to say, that was a sick custom boss. I've never seen it before.
That joke never gets old.
Yeah, I know. Is this the DLC?
I don't remember the last time that I got all 3 missiles on Spore Spawn, but yeah, if you have all 3 weapon tanks from Zone 1, you can one cycle Spore Spawn with 3 missiles. It's just so hard to hit 3 missiles
So is it
on the first cycle.
like a jumping Doppler effect?
Kind of. Yeah, kind of. It's just hard to squeeze them in. Like, you want to space out the heights properly so that, like, because, like, Spore Spawn moves vertically as well. So you want to kind of get the missile pattern to move with Spore Spawn, if that makes sense.
It does. And there's another thing about this ROM hack. It's a very vertical one. Obviously, it's been called.
By the way,
Metroid
the
Ascent.
Zebetite is like very, very beefy.
Yes, is it 30 missiles or 20?
It was something like 30, and that
30,
was
yeah.
with 3 weapon tanks. So
God.
we're gonna be doing a little trick to get this item a bit more easily. Okay, cool.
What?
You're supposed to do this like anti-gravity puzzle. There are these like green switches in the floor that reverse the gravity, and you have to like kind of carry that reversed gravity. So that red thing I just passed, like the red dotted line, those are things that disable your anti-gravity. So there's all sorts of puzzles where you have to try and like figure out how to maneuver yourself in upside down gravity without hitting like the red lines. But I just skipped that puzzle by doing a spring bomb jump into what did I even do? I don't know names for things in this game anymore. I put a bomb at the right time so that the spike knockback would knock me back into the bomb, so the spike wouldn't knock me out of that tunnel. It's actually pretty tricky. I have lost runs to getting that before. Actually, I should probably explain the custom item I got by doing that trick. It said... Actually, we'll explain it later. There's 4 of them in the game. We'll get into another one. I'm going to sequence break my first super missile here. So you're supposed to have a super to kill this Fune. But I'm going to do a classic Super Metroid trick called Ikago, using an uninterruptible like pose change to clip through the enemy, so that I can just get the super like that.
So did you just essentially do a gate glitch because the crumble block was to your left essentially, and
No, it doesn't have to do with that.
Oh, not even?
I clipped straight down through the enemy is what I did.
but I mean, then when you were aiming up towards the block to reveal the super missile, was that you just took a straight shot at it, or did you have to?
Oh yeah, no, the beam hitbox can reveal blocks like that. It's
Gotcha.
the gates that you do gate glitches on. The collision of those is actually like a lot more restrictive than most solid walls.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm trying to farm up a bit so that I don't die. Okay. I forgot I had my reserve, but it's still not great to get trapped down here. Okay, I will say also for you...
I got scared there for a second.
Me too. Yeah, okay. So for all you reserve tank haters out there, there are actually 8 total reserve tanks in this hack.
Oh boy.
It's really funny because my friend Metroid MST is like the biggest hater of reserve tanks. And yeah, has said that this is his favorite hack. I don't know if that's still true in 2024, but I think it very well may be. Okay, so you're supposed to grapple up this room, but that's slow. We're going to try and like get spike hits off of, okay, yeah. Spring Ball helps there a lot.
Yeah.
So you actually, the enemy, that red enemy that's crawling around on the grapple spike thing, it does a lot more damage than the spike itself. So you actually want to be careful to hit the spike and not the enemy. So again, there are a lot of different routes you can do when approaching the different zones. It doesn't really hard lock you into getting majors in a certain order, but we are going to fight Ridley here so that we can get Speed Booster as one of our first majors here.
Okay, so that's basically Sarah Station Ridley.
Yes. So the room name there said Sia in Zone 1, and that actually means you have to descend back into Zone 1. So you can actually, like, I just opened the AD linked door, and that's a door that shuts behind you when you enter Zone 2. So now that the AD doors are open, I can go backwards and go back down the Zone 1 elevator and use super missiles to find a way to Ridley. But we're actually going to go a faster way. We're going to use the warp zone instead. The warp zone route that I'm taking also requires the AD door to be unlocked, but it just puts us a lot closer to Ridley. So, oh, also, another neat thing this hack does is enemies are color-coded based on their weaknesses. So enemies that are red are weak to regular missiles, and enemies that are green are weak to super missiles. We're going to spam wall jumps here so that we can get past the grapple block, even though it reforms really quickly. This is the door I wanted. Okay, yeah, so this is the warp zone, and this is where a lot of like the linked doors will come into play, because you'll go through some of these, but you won't be able to go through like the other side unless you've opened the corresponding link door. So you make the warp zone more useful the more of the area that you've explored. So this is the back door into the destroyed Zone 1. Didn't have to take the elevator. This is just a much faster way to get here. It puts us right next to that super missile that we have to grab anyways.
Well, I just want to say, since we're like less than 50 minutes away from time, essentially, that's how long we have to reach our goal of $12,500 in order to unlock The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. That being said, we got a $20 donation from Mollyman. Be like Mollyman, donate $20.
So yes, those bombs actually did hurt Ridley.
Yeah, I was going to ask, is there like a special damage level for the bombs, or is it a weakness?
You can change it like per enemy, basically. But yeah, Ridley is particularly weak to bombs in this hack.
Gotcha.
I think bombs are like the way that I kill Ridley, primarily in low percent. Because I think bombs are one of the weapons that your weapon tanks don't affect the like damage value of. Oh, actually being low health here is not good. I want to shine spark for an E-tank. Okay, so I totally forgot that there is a health refill here. That's convenient. I've never had to use that one. Okay, yeah, so Ascent also has Shine Spark Control, which was a patch developed by Black Falcon. It was first used in the 2014 Japanese ROM hack, Super Metroid Escape 2. So it's got some really interesting uses. Like you can turn your Shine Spark around. You can turn into a ball while sparking. And there's a lot of custom puzzles that are built around those mechanics. You can jump out of a Shine Spark and still like retain your blue suit so that when you land you can store another one. That's something that I'll be trying to do a lot in like Zone 3. So when we get to Zone 3, it's going to be underwater. Gravity is like the big thing that we find in Zone 3. But for the parts of Zone 3 that we have to navigate underwater, doing speed booster puzzles in the water by carrying shine sparks like that from out of water is going to be really useful. Okay, short charging, vanilla mechanic, pretty tough. Basically how it works is there is a frame where Samus's foot hits the ground, and it checks for 4 of those to happen when you're holding run to start giving you the speed booster effect. So if you can avoid holding run during the unnecessary frames, then you can get a shine spark charged in a much shorter distance. Now also, Ascent has a custom mechanic that makes it easier to short charge with that kind of distance. Because what Ascent actually does is it actually resets your speed back to walking speed if you let go of the D-pad. Vanilla Super Metroid does not do this. It's actually rather annoying to me personally. I don't like that mechanic because I will lose my speed a lot just because I let go of D-pad in situations where the vanilla game allows me to. So it's a bit of like having to get used to different mechanics. It's not one I find comfortable personally, but it's kind of to each their own kind of thing. I think it's a thing that mostly speedrunners would notice as well. So I think a lot of casual players are not turned off by it so much.
Well, that's one thing that, when people think ROM hacks, I mean, obviously what's probably the most well-known are the Kaizo kind of hacks for like Super Mario World and so on and so forth. And a lot of people think that, I can't play this game because it's going to be super hard, it's going to be trolly or anything like that. That's not the case. There are all kinds of ROM hacks with all kinds of difficulty levels ranging from, what we call vanilla to veteran to challenge and everything in between. So, this one actually gets spicy, but I do think that anyone who's beat the vanilla game can beat that one.
Yeah, the problem is just there's people like me that make them look really hard anyways. But yeah, most hacks will have an intended way for you to do things that is not like the challenge way, but there's still some really hard things you can do that tend to make things faster or just more interesting. I saw a lot of complaints when Hyper Metroid came out in 2015. They were people didn't understand that this getting Spring Ball was going to let you run as a ball. So they would see crumble bridges like that, and they just complain oh, the game wants you to mock ball here. You have to learn advanced techniques to beat it, and it's I don't know. I kind of wished people had put a bit more faith into developers.
All right, well, I'm just going to take this this quick moment to remind people that for every $20 donation during this run, before the end of the run, enters you into the raffle for that amazing set of perlers made by Didi for The Legend of Zelda, because obviously we're trying to unlock The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and the raffle number 10 is going to do exactly just that. So every $20 donation or higher, you get all of these perlers. That includes Ganon, Dark Link, Zelda, Link, Majora's Mask, Tingle, Midna, and a bunch of other things, including the famous Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, I feel like there's probably going to be a lot of tears in this kingdom if that doesn't get unlocked.
I mean, I forgot about the puns.
It's I messed up the room trying to make the pun, so probably even.
Instant karma, I guess?
Yeah. Okay, so I just got the boost ball, and it works like in Metroid Prime, but like I said before, it's a bit buggy. So we're just going to get this super missile. You're supposed to do this big anti-gravity puzzle to get that particular super missile with the way that the water line is. So, but with boosting, you can release, like if you jump during a boost, you can get a lot of height out of it. Okay, there's this one specific Kamer that lowers when you stand on it, and I keep accidentally releasing boost when I'm on it. There we go. So yeah, boost ball is the reason that the 100% category is so difficult to optimize as a speedrun. Like the other categories are hard to survive, but like if you just throw enough attempts at them, it's like, it's not too hard to get like a good run. But 100%, it's like there's so much difficult movement everywhere that boost just went the wrong way.
But also, boost ball is a very fun mechanic. I had a blast just, just like you did. It's ball jumping, super long distances, and really optimizing my movement. It's a ROM hack that has a lot of interesting movement.
It's really fun. Like I said before, boost ball is pretty buggy. You can actually clip into the ground with it. You can clip into it far enough to soft lock, even. I forgot a super. So we will see some boost ball clips. We'll see some boost ball clips in this zone, actually. There's one really interesting one. We're going to get Spazer in a very, very strange way.
That's an interesting room name.
Oh, what did you say?
I was just, sharing my thought that was an interesting room name, the one that you were in before.
I forgot what it was. Was it Expand Shaft L?
Yes.
I think
Expand shaft L, to be more precise.
Oh, it's L because it's on the left of the map. There's an Expand Shaft R that I was in earlier.
Yeah, but the one with the L somehow just got to me. I don't know. I'm also running on very little amounts of sleep, but we got a couple of donations. Is now a good time?
Yeah.
Perfect. So we got a $20 donation by Gaspard Savoureux. And, you probably know this person. Tracy M donated $100. Thank you, Tracy.
Oh, thank you, Tracy.
And basically, redesign your subversions for your ascent to the top. Good luck.
Thank you for the good luck. I think I'll need it. Honestly, I am not as good at this hack as I am at some of the other ones, to be completely honest.
Well, I would say this is the second time you run this at one of our events, right? So one might say you're the Challenger Redux.
I think you're going for Cliffhanger Redux, I think.
Oh my god,
But
that's what I meant.
It's a good try.
Yeah, I tried and I failed miserably. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. It's on stream too. We're gonna have the VOD of this? I can't face my children anymore.
Okay, we're going to fight a good old defenseless Crocomire. This Crocomire fight is extremely annoying. He's like hyper fast. Speaking of hyper, there are actually hyper beam blocks on the ground. So if you're standing on these, the game will replace your beam with hyper beam. That has the unfortunate side effect of if you're trying to charge a charge shot to hit him, it will interrupt it and just completely throw off your rhythm. And I don't know why, but his hitbox is terrible in Ascent. It's usually not this bad in like the vanilla game. Oh my goodness.
You got this, it's all good. It's Crocomire just doing Crocomire things.
Like, Crocomire's not supposed to be hard. I have died on this fight before. Oh my goodness.
Oh. A full charge of plasma really throws him back though.
Well, like, this Crocomire was changed so that the plasma doesn't like infinite hit him all the way back like it does in vanilla.
I mean, you can see the plasma beams going through it, and you've got the explosion animation, like the sprites showing up.
It lags the game. I think that's part of the problem with hitting it. I think the lag kind of causes some problems. Oh, okay, so this beep. That beep happens if your bomb jump, like if the game doesn't let you bomb jump. So it won't let you start a bomb jump from midair. That's why we're hearing that. And the same thing happens if you count all the way to 7 with a bomb jump from the ground. Actually, there's like one really subtle thing that I don't know if I have time to point out, but we're about to get Varia. Okay, so Varia is actually green in tech. It's called the Toxin Heat Suit. I think my headcanon of this is that, like, because your suit is orange when you start the game, like, you start with Varia, and this is, like, an entirely different thing that you got. But it basically does the same thing. There's all these rooms with toxic air that we're now protected against. You might have noticed earlier there was some mechanics in those rooms that had to do with, like, staying in the water. So, like, as long as you stayed in the water, you weren't taking heat damage. I do have to be careful here. Stuff does a lot of damage. We're about to hit a health refill pretty soon. So hopefully I can make it there.
We're actually very, very closer to our $12,500 goal in order to unlock Tears of the Kingdom. And just a little update on the save versus Kill the Animals. Kill the Animals is still in the lead, but the gap is closing with $781.19, with Save the Animals creeping back up at $515. So that makes it less than $300. Closer to, actually, if I'm doing some math, which right now it's near impossible, but I would say it's about a $260 donation difference.
Okay, so that room is called Arena of Gates. And this room is called Gate Prologue. So I mentioned earlier that the orange gates that we're shooting to like progress in the area, they cause room states to change. We're gonna start seeing a lot of that right here. So I just knocked that out, and now the enemies in here are slightly different. And the background is all green, and now there's no music in the center room. So one thing this actually does is it changes this missile to show up. Previously, that missile was actually a crumble box that looked like a missile, and you're supposed to be puzzled by it and like not understand why you can't pick it up. The room state change from destroying the gate actually turns it into a reveal missile. It's really weird. Okay, so this room, when I do this gate, that room state is going to change to have red pirates in it, and these have more health. So for that reason, I wanted my Shine Spark to be slower, so that I was passing through them long enough for them to take enough damage to die. That room gets really, really messy if you do not Shine Spark them properly.
I mean, I can imagine if the Shine Spark damage is a good trade-off as opposed to just fighting them one by one.
So they're actually, those are like ninja pirates from Lower Norfair. So
oh boy.
Yeah, so if you don't like kill them that way, then they just jump around the room and are super annoying.
By the way, we got a $20 donation by Molly Man again. Keep it going, Molly.
I was trying to boost all the way to the door here, but it's really hard. I didn't manage to do it. Oh, this puzzle. This puzzle is really weird. Okay, so there are these custom enemies called Reflex. Why did that not hit? Hello? Sometimes they just don't work properly.
I mean, those are actually items that were left out of the original game, but they were still left in the code, correct?
Yes, and they were probably taken out like because they
were buggy.
Yeah. Thank you, thank you. A puzzle is super annoying. So there's like some of these like blue tinted air areas that heal you, and there's like green tinted air that hurts you. I think there's also orange tinted air that like hurts you extra more. But
in the final area, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. But shine sparking through like the blue zones that heal you is like really good because it counteracts the damage that you get from shine sparking.
I mean, does the damage stack if you're shine sparking to the acid, let's say? Or do you get the damage from the shine spark?
Yeah, that stacks.
It stacks? Oh boy. That's some big damage.
I think we're going to save.
Best error on the side of caution. This is not an easy run and not marathon safe.
Yeah, also you can soft lock with the boost ball because you can accidentally clip into the ground too deep to get out.
Oh boy.
That can happen like basically anywhere, as I found out. It's really hard to do on purpose, but like since we are going to be doing some ground clips on purpose at some point, then yeah, it is going to be a thing. So I'm opening that shortcut door for later because we're going to come back out of here with a warp zone. Also, I was holding L to try and steady myself, and I forgot that the Shrine Spark control would make me Shrine Spark to the left by doing that. Oh, I got another E-Drain reducer, and I still haven't explained what that does, but it's pretty vital for not dying in this run. So it stands for like Shine Spark Energy Drain Reducer. Normally your Shine Sparks will drain energy at it'll do 1 damage per frame to you, and that is 60 damage per second. Now the Shine Sparks are slower in this game compared to vanilla because the Shine Spark control, that mechanic like forces the Shine Spark to be slower so that you can actually control it. So that means that your Shine Sparks just do a lot of damage to you from the get-go. So every E-Drain reducer that you pick up, it like gives Shine Sparks an extra frame before they damage you. So if you pick up 1, then each frame of Shine Spark takes, it takes 2 frames to take 1 damage from Shine Sparking. If you pick up 2 E-Drain reducers, which is what I have now, then it takes 3 frames for Shine Spark to damage you 1 HP. I was supposed to charge one here. So some of these longer Shine Sparks that I'm about to do, like this one particularly, if I didn't pick up any E-Drain reducers, it would just completely eat my health away, and I would barely be able to get anywhere.
Well, at least with the donations, we're getting somewhere because we got a $50 donation by MasterFred7 who says un autre événement réussi, un dernier don pour la bonne cause. Engouement!
This might actually be the first time that you're seeing me actually do an anti-gravity puzzle.
Yep.
Oopsie.
I scratched my head over that damn rule.
I fell out of it before I could get the item. I have to do it over. Yeah, so you have to get over here before the viola breaks, like the block near the floor, because otherwise you don't have enough momentum to get past the red line that cancels your anti-grav. But then you have to bomb it before the bomb block like reforms, so that the viola can actually like break the block that's blocking the missile for you. Okay, so Spazer Fountain. There's this puzzle with this moving platform over here. You're supposed to wedge it to form a crumble bridge here to pick up Spazer, and we're just not going to do that. We're just going to ignore it and leave. We're going to be getting Spazer a faster way. Like, we were in the room with Spazer, We could have gotten it just right there, and it was not the fastest way to get it, so there you go. So the way that we are going to get Spazer involves a boost ball clip from above. And it's actually technically from a different room that just like looks like it has a copy of that room in it. And this is actually what we opened the warp zone for. So we're about to do it right here. So this room is technically a different room than Spazer Fountain, but it has a real Spazer in it. So I'm gonna be, okay, that was really fast. Okay, so that is a boost ball clip. And now we're in a part of the room that is like not supposed to ever be accessed. Like this is fake. This is like, think of it like a model home. So these like slopes are not built properly, they're just solid tiles. And this door doesn't go like where it's supposed to. It just goes back to endgame blockade, which is exactly where we want it to be anyways. And now we're supposed to go through like a whole series of rooms to get to the end of the zone, and we're supposed to drain an acid statue and all this fun stuff. But we're going to skip a bunch of that by doing a door clip. Now, the Shine Spark control lets you turn into a ball during your Shine Spark, but it force unmorphs you, and that pushes you into the ceiling enough that you can actually get a spin jump off the inside of the wall and just clip through ceiling doors.
That sounds like Spike Suit, but worse.
It's easier than Spike Suit.
Yeah,
I'd
is
say,
it?
But it's not frame perfect, I don't think. It's like maybe 2 or 3, I don't know.
It's more inputs, but I'm guessing the time window is a lot more forgiving.
Kind of like, okay, it is a bit annoying because you do have to. Okay, I'm going to comment on Crate briefly. A lot of people find Crate really difficult in this hack, and that's because, for whatever reason, I'm sure this was by design, but Crate's vulnerability to supers, like, it doesn't scale with your weapons tanks. So even if you have a bunch of weapons tanks, your super missiles are still going to be really weak against Crate, but your missiles will be really strong. So that's why you just use missiles. If you just use missiles on Crate, then the fight's actually really easy.
And I didn't know that. And I've played this game multiple times, and I did not know that.
I had no idea until I was labbing it out in the practice hack, and that's just like how the numbers worked out. It was really weird.
The more you know. One thing I do know is that we're able to reach that goal, so keep the donations coming. Continuez à donner tout le monde pour les gardiens virtuels. On veut atteindre notre objectif de 12 500 pour être capable de faire Tears of the Kingdom avec tout ce que ça implique. C'est-à-dire que l'événement se termine plus tard que prévu et que, justement, on puisse faire du plaisir encore un peu avec tous nos amis sur place. Donc, donnez généreusement. Si vous êtes encore ici, donnez généreusement à la maison. On est vraiment proche. Si tout le monde donne un 10 $, tout le monde qui nous regarde, on avait déjà notre objectif d'atteint. Donc, lâchez pas.
Alright, so I sure hope I got everything in Zone 2, because we just blew it up. So, Zone 3, the final zone. We're going to be getting power bombs here. We're going to be doing some underwater stuff. The very first thing that we're doing in Zone 3 is one of the most annoying puzzles in the game. So this room's called Missing Trio. There are 2 Edecoons instead of 3, but it's like this puzzle, and like, how do you arrange the gates to get them to break this block at the top of the room? Do I even remember how this works? Okay, I think you want them both up. Oh, that's not great. Okay, you want them both up, then you want to take away this one once they're over there, and then you want to put this one back as soon as one lands on it. If you don't time this right, you can see the bottom one, it got stuck inside the gate, but we did get it to hit the top one, it hit the block. The bottom one, though, got stuck inside the gate because I barely mistimed raising the gate relative to it. So it's just really easy to raise that gate at a time when the Edekin's gonna get stuck inside it, and then just the puzzle fails. It's rather annoying. So I've been really cursed with it through like most of my PB attempts last year. So I'm glad I got it first try in the marathon, because I could not get it first try to save my life when I was doing like real attempts. Okay, so we're going to jump out of that Shine Spark to restore it here because we want it in this room. And then we're going to jump out of it again because of the Shine Spark control, Shine Sparking by itself is just really slow. So we want to actually turn that back into a run. And then we needed to Shine Spark again, so we converted it back. So a lot of this is weird Shine Spark puzzles like this, plus trying to boost around to move faster. I wanted speed booster effect here, actually. Okay. I was surprised that short charge worked. Now I have to prepare another Shine Spark here and try and restore it in the water like this. Okay, good. Because I need to break speed blocks in the water here. You're supposed to do this after gravity. If you miss this Shine Spark, you lose like a minute because you have to go back. You have to grapple the weird like hangman thing to lift you back out of the water, and you have to set up the Shine Spark again. So this one's really scary to do. Cannot mess it up. Boost ball helps a ton with underwater movement here. It's like I fell in the pit here, but getting height is actually really easy. Oh my god. Okay, I didn't mention this yet, but this hack is one of the ones that lets you combine Spazer and Plasma Beam. And the hitbox that was made for Spazer plus Plasma is terrible. Like, you just cannot hit stuff point blank. It's very annoying. Okay, so we're not supposed to ascend from this side without gravity, but we're just going to use boost ball to get wall boosts to get high enough. You're supposed to go around a different way. I don't remember how you're supposed to do this, to be honest. But this path gets us to gravity much faster. This room did not go as planned.
Well, at least while you're in the door transition, I'm just going to say that we got a $100 donation by Level Up Coffee. Level Up Coffee vient de donner $100.
I didn't end up trying any. How was it? Did anyone have some outside? I saw Level Up Coffee at a station set up outside.
Yeah, it was very, very good.
Oh yeah, they kept everyone up all weekend.
Okay, so gravity suit. We don't have to deal with the underwater crap anymore. This ammo refill is going to be massive. I think I actually have picked up everything so far by this ammo refill, so that's kind of a miracle. It's so easy to forget stuff in Hundo when you're doing ROM hack runs, because it's like, you probably haven't done the ROM hack like 1,000 times like you have with the original game. And I wanted to be as far left inside that door as possible so that I could land on the inside of that missile structure. Okay, so this, you can either do a bomb spread like that, or you can just have wave beam. I really like that puzzle, but a lot of people end up having a wave beam, so by the time they get here, so it's trivialized for them. There is a button shortcut in this hack that lets you unequip your beams, or it lets you swap to single beams, but it does not let you stack your beams again.
Oh boy.
So, so whenever I accidentally hit that button combo, I don't even remember what it is, but I have to menu again.
There's an opt-out but no opt-in. That's unfortunate. You know what is fortunate though? We just got a $100 donation by P.A. Vigeant who says, Go, on veut voir la bonus run. Le gars, il a compris. Lui, il a compris. Ça prend plus de gens comme PA qui ont compris qu'on veut voir Zelda Tears of the Kingdom comme run finale de l'événement. Donc, continue de donner généreusement. Merci PA, qui est d'ailleurs resté en première rangée juste en avant. Un des membres de notre staff qui doit être tout aussi brûlé que tout le reste du staff. Mais tu sais, c'est un bon brûlé. Comme on est complètement démoli de notre fin de semaine, mais on est bien. On est content, on est heureux. L'événement est un franc succès. Honnêtement, là, comme j'en ai été ému par bout, notamment pendant la run de Mega Man X. J'ai les yeux pleins d'eau. C'était incroyable de tout vous voir comme triper tout ensemble dans la même salle. C'était vraiment beau. Ça m'a vraiment touché. Puis merci à tous ceux qui sont venus en fin de semaine, tous ceux qui nous regardent à la maison, les bénévoles, les membres du staff. Vous êtes tous incroyables. Sans tous vous autres, ce serait pas possible. Les runners aussi, évidemment. Tous nos téléspectateurs. Merci.
My French isn't good enough to know what that said, but I'm sure it was beautiful.
Well, essentially, I was just telling everyone how basically, Pale, who just donated, he's a staff member, and I was saying how he must be just as exhausted as I am, as any other staff member. And, but it's a good kind of exhaustion because we're really happy and satisfied with how the event went, and apparently so is everybody else because we've got tremendous feedback from everyone. And I even said that earlier, especially yesterday during the Mega Man X concert run, I got moved to tears, like quite literally. My eyes watered up, and just seeing everyone here together in this, in this room, having an amazing time, gathered together for this little event that started from hell, like some scrapped equipment left and right, and 10 runners in the gaming cafe in 2015. I would have never thought we'd make it to this, and that's thanks to each and every single one of you, whether you're a runner, volunteer, staff member, watching at home, watching here, all attendees, our partners. I just want to say a really heartfelt thank you to each and every single one of you.
Okay, so we just got our first power bomb. So we're almost done the item cleanup in the underwater areas. Now that we have power bombs, we'll be able to move to like kind of the final part of Zone 3, which is sort of like this scary volcanic Norfairish type of area. Just a couple more things to pick up here.
Oh my god, we just got a solid influx of donations just now. Megastorm 11 donated $66 and says Let's go, on traverse le 11 000 pour atteindre le 12 500. Merci beaucoup, Megastorm. Volrath qui a donné $50 qui dit On la veut cette bonus run-là, Tears of the Kingdom. Hype! Et Marceau 911 qui a donné $65 et 31 sous qui dit Go, go, go pour Zelda.
Oh, this room is so annoying. Okay, so it's called Sport Game, and these snails, you have to maneuver them correctly to break all these blocks that are in your way. So that one's fairly easy. This one you can just boost through. This is the problem one. This is the problem child. You have to do this one in a very specific way because it's very far. So, okay, hold on. So you have to get it. No. Stop. Okay. You want to get it into like a specific spot here. And okay, let me try that again. get it to a specific spot there, and then kick it. Why didn't it go anywhere? I hate this room.
That sounds like a very complicated physics-based room that's just not having it today.
I'm gonna reset the. I was getting this like every time in practice. I'm just gonna reset the room.
You know, marathon lock, right? The good old classic. Is it a marathon run if everything goes smoothly? In a way, you also give us more time to receive donations, right? So right now, I have nothing to read. People at home, les gens à la maison, j'ai pas de don à lire, mais si vous voulez changer ça, c'est le temps parce que justement, il a fallu qu'Audra reset la room.
Donate to make me a better soccer player. Please stop out. Please stop bouncing.
I don't know why it just kept going.
Okay.
I mean, the song Jump Around by House of Pain came to mind, not gonna lie.
Okay, we're gonna hit it this time. Okay, stop it right there, and then kick it. Yes, okay, we got it.
Wow.
Now can I actually get myself up here? Okay, there we go.
That was 3 points for sure.
That room is so dumb. Okay, so wave beam. Once you get wave beam, you know, if you didn't know from the original game, wave beam lets you shoot through walls, and there was a chain block in that wall that just like breaks the rest of the wall to let you do the speed booster puzzle to get out. Wave beam is super weird in this hack because, actually, let's see if I can get this. No, okay, it's fine. If you don't have like Spacer and Plasma equipped, wave beam is really painfully slow. Like, the shot moves at a snail's pace. Like, you will outrun it. I don't know, even like point blank, it takes forever to hit things. So, if I accidentally unequip my beams again, we're gonna have to turn them back on.
Well, I guess the donations got turned back on though, because we got a $200 donation by FullRad 315, $200 de FullRad 015, 315, et qui dit envoyez, donnez-moi du Zelda. Puis là, on a aussi reçu un don de 5,69 $ de Dr Nexo qui dit nice. En passant, save or kill the animals. Kill est à 831,19. Save est à 785. Ça se rapproche, ça va être corsé. C'est le temps de vous battre pour nous amener jusqu'à 12 500 et en même temps tenter de faire gagner votre fin choisie pour le jeu. So basically, we are, first of all, $178.31 from tier 10 of the infinite delicious circles of hell, as I like to call them now because we just have way more levels than before. And that being said, we're just another 1,000 away from that. After that point, from getting the bonus round locked. And Save the Animals is behind with $785, but closing in real quick on Kill the Animals at only $831.19. So keep those donations coming, and let's reach that 12,500.
How's that behind? That's crazy to me. Okay, so this wave beam looks pretty normal with Spacer and Plasma on, right? I'm gonna unequip them on purpose to show you like how awful wave is by itself. Look at that. It's so useless.
But why though?
I don't know. Ask Benox.
Benox, what is wrong with you, brother? Like, Big, pourquoi tu fais ça?
I'm sure he'll show up to one of these another time. Okay, so now we are headed into the scary volcanic region of Zone 3. So we're going to have this music for pretty much the rest of the game.
It is ominous, it is nerve-wracking, just like me looking at this donation counter as you're going through all those rooms with spikes that do not. Oh, wow.
I cannot believe I got through that. That spike arrangement is so difficult to get through.
That was smooth. I mean, wow. That was really hard. Everyone, seriously. It does say above is easier.
Oh, that's for the item. That describes the way to get the item that we'll be looping back to.
Well, Frankie778 donated $20 and says, "Let's go 12,500."
Okay, a Tower of Doom. It's very important to keep your Shrine Spark through this whole thing. Okay, I don't need it anymore. I just needed it to get up here, but that's fine. If you lose it in like the lower parts of where the floor is like disappearing, then that's bad.
I just want to point out that in the camera frame right now, we have the 10th raffle of the event with a minimum $20 donation enters you into that raffle for this amazing set of Zelda-themed Pearlers. Donc, juste un rappel qu'on a un tirage, le tirage numéro 10, pour tous les dons de $20 et plus qui sont faits pendant la run de Super Metroid Ascent jusqu'à la fin de la run. Ça vous donne une chance de gagner ce super beau set de Pearler à la thématique de la légende de Zelda. Donc, continuez de donner généreusement. On se rapproche vraiment de 12 500. On est proche. Je le sens. Je le sais qu'il y en a à la maison qui se préparent et qui attendent juste de sniper. Là. C'est pas le temps. Spray and pray. Pas besoin de sniper. On n'essaye pas de one-tap au mid. Straight up, spray and pray les donations. Let's go.
So we got Space Jump, which is basically an infinite jump in the air. And that's really nice to use with Boost Ball because you don't even like have to make sure that you land on the ground to keep your speed anymore. Like almost no matter where you boost, you can keep all of that speed with Space Jump. So this room is called Mind Puzzled, and it is a big, oh, let's say mind puzzle. I was going to say something else, but
it's a Fuster Cluck.
Something like that. So there's these like green spiky pushy blocks that you need to get into the right position. I think that's the... Oh no, there's one more weapons tank. We have 8 so far. Okay, speaking of linked doors that we talked about a long time ago, I'm opening that one specifically for shortcut later. That's actually going to be used in the escape. I can't believe I didn't get a short charge. Okay, we're about to get Screw Attack, and it is an even cooler item than usual because it looks like this.
Ooh. Actual Beyblade? Well, we just got a $50 donation by Symphony9519 who says Super beau événement, vivement au prochain NoReset. À moi, le raffle de Zelda. Et on a aussi Amel194, un de nos photographes de l'événement, qui a donné $59 qui dit Let's go, on va l'avoir notre Tears of the Kingdom run. Engouement!
Okay. See if I can get the full speed strat in this room. Yo, let's go.
That was sick. Oh, the blue Metroids. Oh my god, I don't like those.
That's okay, I've got Screw Attack.
I still don't like them.
Basically get to be immune to them whenever I want. So actually we could have gotten Ice Beam in that little loop I did, but we're not going to pick it up until the escape.
I just want to point out that this room is called Final Ascent,
I didn't mean it. Apparently it's not the final ascent because I accidentally went back down the elevator. That's really funny.
I mean, if you want to buy time for more donations to reach our goal, you can be more subtle about it. On est à 49,31 $, de notre but pour le niveau 10 des sources fortes. Et après ça, 1000 $, 49 sous et 1049 $, d'atteindre notre objectif final pour la run bonus. Notre objectif global était 15 000 pour l'événement. Si on se rend en run bonus, ça nous donne une chance d'atteindre notre objectif global pour soutenir la Fondation des gardiens virtuels. Donc, continuez de donner généreusement. Le compte est bon à donner 5 $. Il dit « Je viens de trouver un 5$ en vidant ma sécheuse. Let's go! On veut la bonus run. Engouement! » Également, merci pour la belle fin de semaine. L'événement est incroyable. Je recommande à tous de venir vivre l'expérience sur place. Toi et tout? Ben moi et tout, je recommande ça. Ça tombe bien. Quel hasard fortuit. So that's one of those Zebetites that require like how many missiles?
I wasn't counting, but keep in mind the last one I complained about, I had like 3 weapon tanks. Oh, I wasn't expecting to get that first try. Yeah, the one I complained about earlier, I had like 3 weapon tanks, and now I have 8, and it still took that many missiles. I think 8 weapon tanks is like plus 400% damage, so.
On est à moins de 4 minutes de la fin de la run. On est vraiment proche de notre objectif.
How are you doing on save kill?
Saver kill right now. Oh my god. Kill the animals at $831.19 and save the animals just pushed ahead with $840. When's the final call for Saver kill?
Well, it's gonna have to be like. Give me a second to think, because I have to do this puzzle. Okay, this puzzle is actually really cool, because the room name is called PB's Limited Radius. So you're supposed to, there's 2 sets of blocks here, and you're supposed to space your power bombs so that they don't get broken at the same time. One has to get broken before the other, so they don't reform at the same time, because there's one like blocking the bridge, and then there's one that makes the floor. So if both blocks exist or are broken at the same time, in both cases you can't do the puzzle. So, and there is a room up here that actually I want to go up through here. Can we cut it off in like probably like 2 minutes from now? We need to cut it off because.
Okay, so at 1440 we are cutting it off.
I actually think we have every item except for Ice Beam at this point, so it should be virtually 99%.
All right, we just got $100 from Queen Boo who says on la veut cette run là, on la veut cette run là. Lâchez pas, ça en prend une coupe comme ça, puis on va se rendre. Donc, le niveau 10 des sources fortes a été débloqué, en plus qu'on se rapproche du dernier stretch pour la bonus run. On est à 944,31 $. Honnêtement, si tout le monde donnait 2$ dans le chat, on serait déjà rendu. Bon, ok, je fais des maths un peu là, ça me mettons 4$.
Okay, so I'm about to clip to skip the final boss rush. I am gonna actually need it cut off as soon as I hit this clip here.
Okay. Saver Kill the Animals is getting cut off very soon. Now's the time to snipe. I mean, oof. Mollyman just donated $20 towards Save the Animals. Oh boy. That is a tough clip. Yeah, the amount of inputs that go into this is insane in a short amount of time.
Oops. The side spec is really, really wonky in this. There we go.
There we go.
Yep.
And that is it. The final call for Save or Kill the Animals. Kill the animals
Okay.
is at $831.19 and saves at $860. So we are saving the animals this time.
So I just backdoored the final boss, and then I did a boost ball clip to get to escape the arena without killing it.
You skipped the final boss entirely?
Yep.
Okay. It's a cool final boss too.
Yeah, unfortunate, but
We have to do what we have to do, right? So we save the boss and we save the animals.
look, I haven't slept. Okay. Where is the entrance for this? There. Oh, okay.
Ah. It's a linked door too.
Yeah. This is why I opened the door on the other side earlier, because this is an escape shortcut.
Okay.
So the path to save the animals is actually hidden in the warp zone.
Really?
Yeah. Also, I turned off my ice beam by accident, but I promise I still have it. So we're getting time in just a little bit here.
That was fast for the animals. It's a blink and you miss it kind of thing.
Yeah, I should have probably asked for the cutoff earlier. I forgot how fast the end of this was.
And time. JF333 donated $20. Just had to slip that in before your end of run outro, but you can take your sweet time.
Oh, do we? So I suppose we do want to see if we have to shame me for missing an item, as is tradition.
I mean, we always do, the whole Deer Force routine, but also, run validation in terms of 100% item acquisition. That is for sure. Is it 100% or 79.9?
Oh God. Look, redesign is a hard hack to 100%.
Oh, 100%. There's a lot of items. And also it's 97.9, not 79.9, but 97.9. That was the meme for the longest time. I remember even on one of your runs in the schedule, I put, instead of 100%, you had submitted 100%, and I put 97.9% as the category.
I think I still missed an item in that run.
Oh.
Ooh, it's at 1 hour flat in game time.
It is. Big shout-outs to Benox50. C'est un ROM fait par un Québécois, puis c'est le meilleur classé sur Metroid Construction. Le meilleur ROM hack de Super Metroid. C'est quand même écœurant. Ouh! Puis là, on est... ouais. On va aller jusqu'à la fin du générique. Ceux qui savent, savent. Y en a-tu qui savent c'est quoi qu'on fait à la fin d'une run de Super Metroid? Y en a-tu qui savent c'est quoi qu'il faut gueuler puis quand il faut le gueuler? Ouais, exact. Mais c'est pas tout de suite, mais ça s'en vient. Puis en plus, on va voir si Audra a ramassé tous ses items ou non. Mais elle pense qu'il y en a un qui manque. Donc, on va voir qu'est-ce qui va arriver avec ça.
Did I hear my name?
Yeah, so I was just mentioning how you weren't sure if you missed an item or not, and we're going to find out very soon.
Okay.
Oh.
Dear
Force! And now the item check.
Oh, please. Oh.
97.2.
That's too bad.
Salty run back? No.
Look, I'm not on a ton of sleep. I know everyone else is also not.
You did amazing. I mean, it happens. It's a marathon run. You still went through the paces, through the motions, went through the entire game, missed one item. So what? Can we get a huge round of applause for Audra? Hey, I'll say this, if within the next, we have a hot sauce challenge coming up after this, and we're gonna have some time between that and the end of this run. If we don't reach the 12,500, this is not a bad run to end the event on. But we do want to keep it going, so I mean, if you're at home, if you're here and you want to make it happen, you know what to do, donate.noreset.tv, get those donations in. We're gonna take a quick break, but before that, Audra, thank you so much once again for submitting another ROM hack. You know how much I love Super Metroid and the whole ROM hacking scene. So as soon as I see your submissions, you know they're in, and it's always amazing. Is there a ROM hack that we can look forward to in the future? Something that came out. I know I tried Verticality not too long ago.
I wanted to submit that, but like I was so busy in June that I wasn't going to be able to get a submission ready for the deadline.
So can we expect at a future event, not necessarily the next one, but can we expect Verticality to show up in our submissions list at some point?
I'm not sure because like there might be something better that comes out.
Oh.
I don't know.
But is X Factor finally coming out?
X-Fusion?
X-Fusion, sorry.
Okay, my predictions for yours is that X-Fusion is going to come out in 2024.
Oh.
But this was based on like the pattern of like how often MetaQueries releases like the Z Factor and the Y Faster series, and I think he's actually not going to do it. But
oh boy, that would be amazing. So for those who don't know, X-Fusion is essentially a ROM hack that's been in the making for how long now?
Oh god, probably like 10 years.
10 years. So it's going to be a doozy. I think Subversion was in the works for 7 years.
7 years, yeah.
So yeah, and Subversion was absolutely amazing. And the way I saw it, the way I reviewed it, so to speak, was that if they had made a direct sequel to Super Metroid back in '94 on the Super Nintendo, that would have been it. It's just, I love the core mechanic, and even I've had friends who had barely played just regular Super Metroid, just vanilla, and they've played Subversion. They're like, oh my god, this really feels like a natural extension of the original game, and it was wonderfully made. And then after that, you have the ROM hacks like Ascent that really take you out of the woodwork in terms of there's some techniques and some strats that you need to be using that are not exactly speedrunner centric, but maybe let's say speedrunner adjacent in order to fully enjoy what the creator intended to do with it. But I mean, it's the ROM hack scene is much more approachable than a lot of people think it is once you get into it. And I would definitely say go on MetroidConstruction.com, look up some ROM hacks, and get cracking.
Yeah, for sure. I still really want to do something with redesign again. To be honest, it's been years.
It has been years, and I mean, I'm just saying. But our 10-year anniversary is coming up. I mean, we've been doing this for 8 years at this point, so that could be something to keep in mind.
Okay, cool. I'm really glad that you guys appreciate the Super Metroid hacks because those are kind of my specialty.
They're great. So that's what I tell people. When people ask me, why do you play ROM hacks? Well, because Super Metroid is probably my favorite game of all time. And when I find a good ROM hack, it's like I'm playing it for the first time all over again, essentially.
Yeah. And working on the speedruns for them, I like to take like the knowledge I already had of like the base game and find creative ways to apply it. Because like almost everything in the regular game is like labbed out, or it's like the people who are working on it are better equipped to do it than I am, things like that.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, one last round of applause for Audra, and we're going to get going. Thank you once again for submitting your run to our event. I really appreciate it. And we are on the final stretch. This is it. We got a $100 donation by Count Kendu who says, merci pour cette belle fin de semaine, gang. And then Savage Sasquatch donated $15 and says, Dear Force! RIP headphone users. So, restez des nôtres. Dans le fond, on va se préparer pour aller au niveau 10 du challenge de sauce forte présenté par la pimenterie. Et on va aussi peut-être se préparer pour une éventuelle run de Tears of the Kingdom. Mais ça, c'est vous, à la maison, qui vont décider si ça va se passer ou non. On est vraiment dans les dernières minutes de l'événement, à moins d'atteindre notre 12 500. Donc, on compte sur vous, sur votre soutien pour la Fondation des gardiens virtuels, soutenir les travailleurs de rue numériques et, justement, toutes les personnes qui sont dans notre communauté, justement, qui pourraient avoir besoin de leur service. Donc, restez des nôtres, on revient dans quelques instants.